What's up everyone, I'm in my garage right now with my nearly completed mug of World War II that we're currently building. We plan to bring this to the next expo in October. So this is the first episode of a series on that mug. So as you can see, I have Johnny Thunder's hat with like this on one side. So I'll show you this right now. So I bring this in there to get a better lightings to this video. The light effect in here is a lot better because the light is trash in the other Lego room we have when building. So in here it's perfect. So let's start by showing you the main mug, what we have built at this point, and our plan extension, and we will bring other stuff in episode 2 because we're currently working on other stuff. And for your information, because I made a video last week about the mouse, the Panzer 8 mouse, well, we will bring this thing to the expo, but it will not be part of the main World War II mug because of its size. It's not minifig size, it's about Technic fix size. So yeah, it's really cool, but it will not be part of this mug. What should I start with that? So this is a plate that we got at the last Sommet de la Brique, the expo that we went in September last year. So it's nearly 1 year since we went there. So this was all that we had at this point at the last expo. It was these two plates. We're starting from there. This has been done since close to a year now. I've perfected my building techniques since that time. I've got other ideas. So this is because we got the coup de cœur du public. It's one of the votes that you could add at this place. And I'm really proud of that because that was the first expo and it's recognition from Lego fans and Lego builders. So that was something that was really meaningful to me as a Lego builder. So this is the surgeon room where they bring wounded soldiers with sausages, mimicking guts, a lot of scissors and stuff. I need to make this room better. I know that I need to make the flooring. One of my associates is taunting me a lot about this. He wants me to finish the houses, but yeah, I need to do it, but I'm just not motivated by that at this point. But now I will be, because I have an achievement to be made, that is to complete this mug. So this is like the weapon room. There is gasoline and a bazooka. Really like that technique. However, I lack a lot of that small piece. You see that small piece? Really useful to make a cannon. And I want to build a pirate mug at some point, and yeah, I don't have this piece anymore. Really useful to make chimneys too, and tank cannons and a lot of stuff, but I find this bazooka really perfect. So with shells and everything, with guns, broken windows. I'll show you this building from the outside. Let me just get over there with the sandcrawler that we never finished. So this is from the outside, of course, broken glass, a lot of different bricks right there. Pretty cool building, pretty simple build though. Like the simple windows, no doors because it's used because there is a war out there. So this is the buildings from the outside. Now next to the building there is an old car. I'll show you more in detail. This is the first old car I made. I made a better one, but I might change this one, I don't know. Sorry, we have a lot of dogs around there, so sometimes we found dog hairs on our mugs. It's a bit of a mess, however, this is part of the problem. So, really old car mug, pretty cool. I'll show you the other one after we finish this. So, now there is like the terrace over there with some really cool chair technique. This is not my idea, I found this idea on the internet. Really useful tip for Lego builders. Go scroll out there, go on a website called Tips and Bricks. Go on there, just look at the technique they have. Really cool. So you're using like wheels from Speed Champions to build this. Now I need to finish like this restaurant area. There is a lot of tables and glass over there. There are shelves. There are beds on the top floor, the second floor. And the top floor, I have nothing made at this point in there. In this house, I made nothing there. It's just a couch in this one, and the floor section with some music over there. So this, I will show you these buildings from the street area. Of course, I based myself on the Parisian restaurant. However, this is the roof technique I use for my medieval house that I have a short video on the channel. Really like the technique. Just a color theme. Olive green with dark blue, with light bluish gray and white. I think they're a really underrated color when put together. The bomb craters, this is another technique that I'm the most proud of. I won't say I never, but I think I never saw other people use this technique in MOOC. It's really complicated because, as you can see, you need to build like 2 or 3 bricks higher to have the space to make the holes. So now this is a tank that one of my associates made. Pretty simple tank, however really efficient, because the tank is on a landmine, so it might blow up at some point. And this is where the tanks are stopped. So a landmine in a hole, hidden soldiers. This is a technique I saw that came with the boutique hotel. Another bomb hole with soldiers throwing grenades and firing at the enemy. This is one of my favorite technique too, the lamppost. It's an idea I had when I searched in our Moo back, and like in our soft pieces, like the flexible pieces, we have a bin of those. So I just took that piece and I made this. There is of course the firing cannon over there with this technique. Now the tank stopper, this is a really simple build that everybody can make. You just need 3 1x6 tiles with this brick to put studs on all sides, and you have a tank stopper. Now the wall is broken over there under landmine. Yeah, someone found this and he told me that this could be a good landmine. I don't even know what piece is this, but I know that it's Lego. So dog bomb, some kind of Easter egg. Some studio guy filming all of this, because this is like a fictional MOOC. It's like based on Wolfenstein. So the view from there, I think this is an epic view of the MOOC. This is so cool. Now there's the piano, broken piano in that house. I found this in a marketplace deal and I just didn't break it, and I just put it in the MOOC. Maybe it comes with friends, I don't know. There are officers, Sam Sinister discussing with German officers with Red Skull body. In that house, they're discussing plans to defend their city. Some crates and broken windows on top. This building, of course, is based on the museum, Natural History Museum. So there are a lot of explosions effect in there. I wanted to put this like curving on the tank. There are crates, some microphone, because like I've said, this is supposed to be like a movie. So some microphones like this for the sound. There is of course some studio guy with a microphone. A lot of furniture out there. I finished the flooring of this building. I think it looks good too. So this building is nearly complete. Now there is the aft track, of course. This is one of the things that people remember from the MOOC. I think it looks pretty cool, with a lot of Rock Raider soldiers inside. Really useful, the Rock Raider soldiers. I will talk to you about them later in that video. And there is this gun that one of my brother made, like some kind of heavy machine gun. I might use this later in the mock. So this is an aerial view of the entire thing, a lot of bomb craters. What I plan to do next is build this next plate over there to include this vehicle in the mock. So I will need to finish this building to make another section of the same building with the similar windows and doors and details and broken areas. So I'll make further expansion of this building. I will add this tank, and maybe when this base plate will be done, I will continue another one, and I might even add another one right there. I will continue the terrace with other chairs and tables. Maybe some soldiers on the ally side will be over there, and there will be another tank or vehicle coming in. So these are expansions like bombs that I need to add in the mock. There is, of course, like this machine gun area, some like beverage and alcohol section, bar. And there will be, of course, the Panzer IX tank, which I'm really proud of. I built this based on random images I found on the internet. It's a fictional tank. It was counterintelligence to like make the Allies believe that the Germans were building a super round tank, so they would panic and try to make weapons that could defeat this weapon, even though it wasn't real. And it was supposed to be even bigger than the mouse. So this is kind of cool, I think. Just need to fix this. So what I plan to show you next is our expansion phases of this mock. What we will be adding is all of those vehicles and mocks that we made throughout the months. Let's start by the missile. So a lot of people know about the V2 missile. However, this is like the V5 or V4, I don't know. It's like a fictional missile that the Germans are building. ICBM, maybe nuclear, maybe not, I don't know. We'll hide this in a base maybe somewhere. There is, of course, the German mech that I put on the remarkable. Some anecdote about the cross on its shoulders. These were a pain in the ass to make because as you can see, they're sending on 4x4 like square area, but we wanted them to be in the center, so we needed to use 1x2 with a plate tiled with only one stud. However, we couldn't use 1x5 tile because they don't exist, and we could not use other bricks, so we put them with slope curved. I think this fixed the problem pretty well. Maybe I'll redo his guns and his hands based on my newer mech I made. There is, of course, this anti-air gun, flak anti-air gun that I'm really proud of. I made this a couple months ago. Pretty cool. I'll add this somewhere, and I'll make another one of this same mug to put at other place. There is the old car that I was talking to you about previously in the video. I'll add this somewhere in the mug, maybe in the street. There is, of course, the Austrian painter car. You know about this car. A lot of people talk to me about this in videos I made. Really cool. Lego Speed Champions need to release this car, however I don't think they will. There is, of course, this Ford GP. It's not a Jeep, it's a Ford GP. However, I know that a lot of people know them by the name Jeep, however they're not. So I might even add those two. I made two of them to have more of them for the mock. Pretty simple design, and however I think really efficient. There are these super soldiers from Wolfenstein. Let me know what head you prefer in the comments. They have not the same head. Again, the instructions for those are unrubricable. They're available for free. There is a tank counter that my brother made. We might even add this to the main mug. There are the Panzer Uns from Wolfenstein. 2 of them. These are unrubricable too. We might add them further down the way in the mug. And of course there is the airplane. Pretty simple design. Design again available on rubricable. So this is pretty much it, folks. I think this mug, my goal is to make this mug as big as you can see the table. It's really big. I need to make the mugs at least 4 times bigger. I'd say 5 times or 6 times. This is really ambitious. However, I think that this can be done. This can be done, and it will be done if we put effort in it and if we have support, but I think that we will do. And I think that this will be the greatest World War II Lego mug ever made. However, we're working towards other mug right now, as you can see on our channel, on some Tatooine mug, on some castle mug, on some dark castle mug. So yeah, it's a bit complicated to finish like 4 mugs at the same time, but this is the challenge. So thanks folks, have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Agu Breaks, and really like your comments in the previous videos. I think these are really helpful for the channel and for ourselves. So thank you.